Thank you for joining us here at Indigo Moon. So Janet Jackson has this song, "What have you done for me lately?" Ooh, yeah. All right, let's look at that song. Let's invite the truth in, because sometimes we have to look at how people view things. A father sits down and he talks to his daughter. He says, you know, she was here for you when nobody else was here for you. She was the one who made sure that you got to school when nobody else was around, when your mother left me. And the sister says, but what has she done for me lately? Sometimes people will forget who that person was in their life until they hit rock bottom. And then they have no choice but to sit with themselves. And when they sit with themselves this time, they have to think, wow, that person was there for me for this, that, and the other thing. Forgave me with all of my faults. And then you have a friend who comes around and you say, man, your sister, man, she's always there. I wish I had a sister. And then you take for granted the sister that you have, or the brother, or the cousin, or whomever. We all have our own vices, and we all make mistakes. God is allowing us to make these mistakes to learn from those very mistakes. You have people who do all sorts of things, and they don't think about their actions before, during, or afterwards until they hit rock bottom. I remember one time, years ago, one of my brothers got into trouble, and he had to be incarcerated. And my younger brother wrote this letter for him. We know you didn't do it. It was a mistake, and we forgive you. Now, the judge is not going to feel that way, but the people who love you most, the people in your corner, your family members in some cases, will be there, and you will just reading his letter before we sent it was painful. I had to cry. I had to go into a separate room and cry after reading my younger brother's letter. I actually made the visit to my brother to make sure that I saw him in his eyes. How many people do we do this for? We go out of our way. We strategize on how we're going to make this day special for them. Certain things, like I remember one time I was going to do this surprise for this one individual for their birthday. And the minute that they saw me, they said, you always forget my birthday, da, 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 da. By the time they finished tearing me apart, vocally, hearing all of the mayhem that they were feeling, I took the gift and I didn't give it to them. Now, how many times do we all do this? We beat a person down and we don't realize what was really on that person's heart, what we were supposed to receive. You always want to see a smile on other people's faces. You want to be appreciated and you want to appreciate them, but sometimes you have to sit down with them and talk to them about what your love language is. Perhaps they don't know, and perhaps they have so much on their plate that they didn't get a chance to visit your dessert. It's important that we have that communication. If we don't have the line of communication, we can assume a person knows what's going on, but they don't know. And sometimes what you don't know would hurt you. And no one wants to be hurt. So because of that, let us make sure that we are focused on just trying to take each day at a time and thinking about our actions so that they don't get misled or misunderstood. It's important. We love ourselves and we're going to make better choices. We're going to forgive others and we're going to move forward. But let us remember that we need to make sure that we're taking the necessary time to say, I'm going to take that time to think. I'm going to take that time to review the situation at hand before I go and approach the person. That way I won't approach them with a heavy heart. I won't hurt their feelings. I won't do thus and so, but I will think before I act. Thank you so much for joining us. Indigo Moon.